I'm aware some of you guys obviously are from RDF, so you're into sports. So regarding that, what exactly does that mean? What are your goals and aspirations? What do they look like? What does that require from you? So if you're doing sports, obviously that would mean that with basketball, you'd have to be healthy, practicing daily, looking after your body. Those are some important aspects. What do you need and what do you want to achieve? So being part of RDF is a great way to achieve that goal of being a sportswoman. So, you know, being part of a club and a coaching team that can support your dreams. And how do you go about this? How do you go about making that journey? So for me, some of the things that I'd done, knowing that I wanted to do music, even during this lockdown period, I've started joining sessions on Zoom, being part of workshops, networking and meeting new people.
Assess any active competition in the market and see if any potential USPs that you'd have to deliver or to add. So this could be for business, this could be for anything, literally. So if you're the only person that's out there doing this thing, wahoo, highly doubt it. The world is filled with people. So there will be someone else out there that's doing something very similar to you. And in the fitness space, there's a lot of people doing exactly what I do. Exactly, in inverted commas, what I do. But it's also important to know your unique selling point. And that's what makes you stand out in the crowd. Okay, and how that helped me, I was able to see that there was a gap in catering to the mindsets of women when it came to fitness, especially Black women. So we're not so used to seeing fit people, you know, like I don't come from my mom doing yoga on Saturday morning, you know, she's telling me to get my butt up to go and feed the goats or something, you know, she's preparing soup, she's doing these kinds of things. It's not a thing where, yeah, she was prioritizing and meditating and, you know, burning incense in the house. And, you know, I didn't see my dad going for a jog. I didn't see any of that, going to the gym. You know, it was very foreign to me. So by noticing that within the Black community, especially amongst women, it was definitely a place where I could niche down.
Because now the stage that I'm in terms of relaunching Nancy's Nails, you know, having Mama Nancy Limited and making the connections there. I had so many connections before that I kind of, you know, fell off because I didn't secure them and I wasn't thinking about my future. And I say all that to say, if at any time if there's any circumstance where you feel that your mentality or your mental health is being impacted by your business, make sure you take your health as a priority and you take a step back in order for you to work on yourself, because at the end of the day, it is quite simple. An empty cup can't pour into anybody, and it's just as simple as that.
April, we have been closed since December, you know, so that's a very, very long time. That's affected me. I had to figure out what other routes, what other ways I can go to fix my baby and for it to work for me, so I can still get some kind of income and I can still feel like I am working from home, which is why I started the press-on nails. That's something I've been doing since the start of the pandemic. I think about 2 months in, I was like, you know what, everyone's suffering, we all need nails. And, you know, everyone's still wanting to feel that salon experience. So in terms of that, I made sure of it that I was able to find a solution. Like I said, your business is your baby, but things are going to go wrong and you can't treat it like that's your only child. So that's when I did my press-on nail business, and then we were able to, you know, make some changes and some, you know, adjust a few bits from that. I got one of the girls in the salon to help me out because we were like super busy when it first started. And it was amazing because we got people from all over the world, America, Australia, Europe, Germany, in Germany. everywhere. Everyone was ordering. Up north, people that weren't able to get to the salon and get what they wanted from us, they were able to order. And I was so happy that I felt like I was able to give them a piece of what Shea Beauty is. So that the press on nails has been amazing, and it's been something that I will carry on doing, because you know, I can see that people up to today, I went to the post office today to send off like, I think 10 packages. One of them was going up north again, and then the other one was going to Washington, DC. So people are still looking and ordering, you know, but you just got to make sure that your business is appealing and people are interested in it at all times. You've got to engage with your audience if you're on social media at all times. There's just so much to do, and for people to want to be a part of your business, you need to sell yourself.
You just want to be who you are, right? And the second piece of advice I think I would always say is I might be comparing myself to Laura from West London because she's got nicer hair than me and because she's taller and prettier. But is Laura happy? Is Laura content? What's Laura struggling with? What does Laura only post on IG that I don't see behind the scenes? Because the truth is, the minute we get closer and closer and closer, you can see weaknesses very, very up close, right? And someone will always say, it may look rosy and perfect on the outside, but on the inside, I'm struggling with this. And knowing that we all have our own struggles, knowing that life is not perfect for everyone, that helps me to not compare, because I know that someone else is struggling with something else that I might not even struggle with, and vice versa. So rather than looking to the outside, let me look inward and say, okay, Swaz, how can you deal with those struggles? But also, how can you celebrate your wins? I don't know if you're creative, Lizzie, but there's so many creatives who just go boom, 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 and we just race through life at 100 miles per hour. And we don't stop. We don't stop to say, well done, Swaz, you actually won a competition and changed your life. Like, can we just take a moment to appreciate that? Because otherwise you're just on to the next, and it's this revolving machine that never lets us off. So number one, ask yourself, is the person I'm comparing myself to, are they happy? Are they content? Where does your contentment find itself in? But secondly, what have you done well that you can celebrate? Where are your wins along the way? Because the minute I think we start looking at that, there's no need to compare. Everyone's along the journey at different stages, but yeah, where are you happy as well?
Help grow a business if I hadn't seen the biggest beauty brand in the world like make this terrible mistake. And again, like slowly, I was picking up momentum. I was getting features. I was being asked to speak at certain events. And I really kind of felt it. Like at the time, I'd say maybe my brand was making a couple £100 a month, like not anything crazy. This was kind of like early 2015. And it got to a point where I was just like, I'm ready to jump back in full time. Let's do it. Quit my job as a social media moderator, and I was just like, I do not want to get another job. And that was the last job that I got, pretty much, because I was like, I do not want to get another job. I want to make this thing work for me. I believe I can build a business that can be very, very successful. Like, it's time flow, like let's do it. And like day and night, like I literally wouldn't sleep. Not that I suggest that, because it's not healthy at all, but I was so gung-ho on I need to take this business somewhere, that I was just working ferociously to make it happen.